young artists that are filling gaps, whilst the mid-career artists are deciding they can't afford to be artists anymore and they're becoming teachers. So that, you know, it's an interesting situation where in India there's no support.
Yeah.
You know,
also I faced many hard struggle when I was a painter. I'm doing this area in the last 25 years, and I faced many struggle. I use like rickshaw puller. I was in Delhi, and also housekeeper, and you know, many labor work I done from Delhi, but never you know, forget these things, because on my mind every time I think about painting, about my culture, how can present that things, how can
very different tradition from where they are coming from. But for practical reasons they have to keep this tradition going, so canvas is like the obvious solution to this for the moment.
But this brings on to which is quite an argument that splits people down the middle about the whole idea of, well, in the sense that, you know, I'll actually read what Jatinder Jain says, but in a sense of the idea that tribal people are a people that are outside progression in history. So in a sense, there's not going to be any changes. But actually, you know, like most people, you know, the world is changing, and the response to materials are going to change with the world. And I agree with you very much about there's an economic reason for the changes. You know, and I think this is why it's important to point out that, you know, money is incredibly important. You know, selling of the art. You know. But, you know, and the fact is that the government intervened right at the beginning, especially in Madhubani, by just giving paper and pens, cheap paper and pens. And I think with your uncle, it was sugar paper and paint to start. You know.
Still potentially available and accessible to the average person.
Yeah.
But it is more of a mental obstacle which is going to make people think, oh, it's not contemporary. And so I think we need to work towards presenting this as contemporary. I don't see that as somebody else's legacy. It's my legacy. I'm a Frenchman, but this is my legacy. The legacy from all different countries.
Our tradition is very different from the Hinduism, from the Brahmin. Very different, because our tradition in the mouth, it means the oral, and now I am preserving that. But very different. You know, they like believe the Shiva and Lakshmi and other gods like Ganesh, Durga, Kali. But in our tradition, we also worship Kali, but not Kali. Kali kam Kali, not Kali. So different. Like we just worship the Badadev, the Hindus, Mahadev. So it's different. And we worship the tree for Badadev, but they use like the photograph or shivling, ling, something like that. So different. And tradition also different. We never use any symbol of the god or something like that. Just you know, the platform, there will be only platform and one kind of trishul, you know trishul? Yes, made by iron. So just only that thing.